I was recently having a conversation with a colleague about startups and how they, do their messaging and approach, gaining new users and whatever. And I thought it would be a good idea to put this out on a screencast just to show a little bit about what I was thinking and kind of what we were talking about. A lot of times you'll see in a website, you'll see a lot of content, a lot of copy explaining. This happens a lot with startups I've seen where they'll explain exactly what they do and then they'll explain it again and then they'll explain it a third time on another page. And then they spend a lot of time as well trying to differentiate themselves between their potential competition. There's some problems with this. One is, your clients may not even know the competition. So you're exposing them to the competition. Or even if you don't explain who your competition is, like, XYZ types of companies do this and what we do differently is this. Some of that content is somewhat important, but to the general user coming to your site for the first time, they really don't care. What they care, somehow they got there. What they care about is doing what it is that got them there in the first place. So in the case of Foursquare, it's a good example. Foursquare is an app on the iPhone or Android or BlackBerry or whatever that people check into different locations. It's social. If you're familiar with Foursquare, you know how it works. Bottom line is what Foursquare wants from their customers or from their users by going to the site for the first time is to sign up and download the app. Get using it right away. They don't spend a lot of time explaining to people, this is why it's great and this is what it is. All they do is they've got, 6 little buttons here that walk you through the process, give you 5 little points and then a call to action at the very end that says, do this, do this, do this, get these. It's great. It's cool. It's amazing. Join now. And that's it. You don't see a big navigation bar at the top that says about us, about the company, the staff, the blog, contact us, get in touch with. You don't see any of that stuff on this page. In fact, if you resize the browser, it doesn't even show you that stuff. But it does exist. It's just down at the bottom. We have to scroll to see it, which again shows us what Foursquare is thinking. The most important thing, tell people about what it is. Don't explain why we're awesome. We're just going to be awesome and we're going to give you access to the things that you want to get to. But the most important thing is get signed up or log in. Go. So that's just a little tip from a UX side of things that this is really a great idea. What is it? What's the most important thing about your product or your application or whatever? Find out what your users are there looking for and give it to them right away. Don't spend a lot of time explaining to them what's great about it and why it's great and why it's different. Who cares? Just get people using it and let your product speak for itself.